Deep within the shadowy caverns of the American Southwest, a team of experienced cave divers embarked on what they believed would be a routine exploration. These were not young thrill seekers, but seasoned men and women, some in their 50s, who had spent years mapping underground waterways and forgotten spaces beneath the earth. But nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to uncover. The group had been diving within a remote section of the Mammoth Cave system when they came across something strange. A narrow, water-filled tunnel led to a shimmering opening. The water became clearer. The temperature dropped. On the other side of the passage, they emerged into a vast, hidden chamberon that had never been documented, seen, or touched by modern hand. This underground world was breathtaking. The caverns stretched further than their lights could reach, with walls towering like cathedral pillars. At first, it seemed like a natural wonder, sculpted by time and water. But then, as they moved deeper into the chamber, they began to notice signs that something or someone had once lived here. Etched into the rock were strange symbols and patterns. The divers found piles of ancient stone tools, sharpened and placed with care. Among them were remnants of primitive structures, low stone circles and flattened rock surfaces that suggested long-abandoned dwellings. Most astonishing of all were the fossilized remains of plants, not native to this part of the country plants, that hadn't existed in this region for over 10,000 years. Word of the discovery spread quickly. Scientists and historians joined the team to analyze what had been found. They were stunned. Carbon dating confirmed that the chamber had been sealed since the end of the last ice age. The artifacts did not match anything from known Native American groups. The art on the walls seemed to belong to a culture lost to time own, not recorded in any history book. The mystery only deepened. Was this cavern once part of a larger settlement? Could it have been a shelter from cataclysmic weather, or even a sacred place? One theory suggested the site might have been used by early humans fleeing dramatic climate shifts. Another suggested that it was an isolated tribe that developed in complete secrecy underground. The cave quickly became known among researchers as the subterranean portal, not just because of its entrance, but because it felt like a passage into another era. An entire ecosystem had formed in the absence of light. Strange insects crawled across the floor. Roots from trees above dangled like tendrils through cracks in the stone. It was as if time had frozen inside. The divers who made the discovery were overwhelmed. What began as a simple trip had become one of the most significant archaeological finds in modern American history. They had opened a door into the past, and what lay beyond it was far richer and more complex than anyone had imagined. For those of us who remember a time when the world still felt full of mystery, this story is a beautiful reminder. Even now, when satellites can scan every inch of the Earth's surface, there are still secrets hidden in the dark waiting for someone brave enough to find them. As scientists continue to study the site, there are more questions than answers. But one thing is certain. This discovery has added a new page to the story of early America, and perhaps, in time, it will help us better understand where we truly came from.